You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, I saw this and was like, whoa. This felt like, I don't want to say old school justice. I don't know what to call this. It's a bad look. I know that. And the coach has been fired. And I surprisingly see a lot of people going to war over this situation. Now, look, if he'd have yanked the ponytail of my daughter, oh, we got a problem. We got a big damn problem. We do. Now, if she was disrespectful to the coach, her and I also have a problem after I take care of the coach. All right? Because you're not going to blatantly disrespect either your elders or your coaches and etc. But I can't see that there's any excuse to explain away what it is this coach did. You know, I've seen pulling the jerseys and all that kind of look, I grew up in the 70s and the 80s. Oh, coaches, football coaches in particular, shit, they unleash hell on your ass. They do. It's not like today's coddled society, but this feels different. It does. It really does. A high school basketball coach has been fired after he was caught pulling a player's hair on camera. Jim Zullo, the girls' varsity basketball coach at Northville High School in Fulton County, New York, was spotted yanking the ponytail of Northville High star player Hailey Monroe after a championship game held at Hudson Valley Community College on Friday, March 21, per WRGB Albany. A video of the incident shared on social media shows Zullo, 81 years old. Oh, so he is way old school. Gotcha. Approaching Monroe, who can be seen crying at the end of the game from behind, pulling on her ponytail. Monroe then moves away from Zullo, and a fellow teammate appears to try to get between them. Monroe is a senior at Northville High and the team's lead scorer per WRGB. The incident occurred after Northville lost the game against Lafargeville. Okay. How many Villes are there? And Monroe had fouled out of the game per the outlet. Okay, so let's go to Colin Rugg over on X right here. High school basketball coach fired after yanking girls' ponytail. It was a New York Class D state championship. Class D. Okay. A different system than I guess. So I think this is the coach. I've only watched this once. Let's check this out.
Seniors for an outstanding career. Congratulations.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. It is. Oh, he's the grumpiest of old men. Holy hell. Wow. Like I said, I had only watched it once. And, yeah, okay. I'm gonna tell you, 81 or not, me and the coach is having words if he does that to my daughter. And look, I'm all about the tough love, the old school uprising of bringing up of children, but this is not called for. This is not going to happen under any circumstances. According to Zullo, senior Hailey Monroe directed an expletive towards him. All right, well, look, if she cussed out the coach, he still can't go over and yank her hair, all right? But, again, her and I are having a conversation about disrespecting her coach, too. Quote, we assure the public that this matter is being taken extremely seriously and the district is actively addressing it. Northville Central School District said in a statement, the district will be following up with the affected players and their families to provide support, outline the actions we are taking in response to the incident. Now, I got to tell you, a lot of responses under here, all right? And they're sort of all over the place. If that was my daughter, I would have jumped the stands and laid his ass out in less than 30 seconds. A lot of angry dads, okay, in this comment section. This guy says, we have gone so soft. Poor little girl, how will she ever get over it? I can tell you some stories of football coaches and how they coached and taught our teams, but you probably report them for meanness. like I said, all right, I've seen some crazy-ass football coaches. I have. This guy says it's different if it's young men versus young women. Her teammate was awesome, trying to protect her. Yeah. He's all big and bad with his defenseless girl. That wouldn't have been a good day for him if I were present. I'm actually surprised that we didn't see any, like, parents get involved in this real time. Soft-ass society, my coach would have body slammed me and my parents would have jumped in to help him. Maybe if she chilled, she wouldn't be a fatty. Wow. So, like I said, there's all kinds of responses here. A child can curse out their coach, but the coach cannot discipline them at all. This is a problem with men and women mixing in sports. Men need to be taught by men, women by women. Man, I don't know how to feel about that because we've seen a lot of male basketball coaches coaching women. So I don't know. We've seen a few instances where it's the other way around, but not many. Becky Hammond was an assistant coach, I believe, for the Spurs before she became the coach of the Las Vegas Aces. So there's that, right? According to Zullo, senior Hailey Monroe directed an expletive. So did she receive appropriate discipline for doing that? Also, if Hailey had been a man, I bet we wouldn't even be talking about it. Equality goes both ways. That's an interesting point. It is. Let me see. In the statement directed an expletive, he instructed her to shake hands. She didn't want to shake hands with the other team? Oof. I'm a big believer in showing respect for the other team, too. But you still can't yank that girl's hair. You cannot. Men should not coach girls. It's interesting. I don't agree with what he did, and firing him was correct. He stepped over the line. But I remember when I was in high school, our teachers used to throw blackboard erasers and hit us with books over the head. Rulers? Slapping rulers on the back of our hands? I can remember that coming up. Should have been fired 30 seconds after the incident, but I'm glad he was fired. There should be some kind of charges for the coach. I don't know that you can go so far as to charge him. Maybe you could. I don't know. If that was my daughter, someone would have to bail me out of jail. A lot of people went this route. This is not so sportsmanship. Those are his athletes, and he thinks it's okay to treat them like that? ? Wow. I will say this. A lot of people are coming down hard on kids these days. It is tough, guys, being a parent in this day and time because it's just so different. I was raised by parents that were actually, my dad was 45 when I was born. All right. He died a couple of years ago at 91. They were very old school. All right. So seeing how parents deal with their kids now, I'm like, wow, I would have never even thought about doing something like that kid just did, because my parents didn't play. They didn't. You could bet, too, I wouldn't have never cussed out a coach, and I would have never turned down showing respect to the other team, ever. That said, you can't yank the girl's damn ponytail. You can't do that. So it's sort of all over the place, but I saw this and was like, wow. I was like, 81, it's probably time for him to mosey on down the road, I would guess. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.